Welcome back to StadiumRise tonight, Kansas City, Missouri, 9 o'clock Eastern. Lionel Messi, the greatest footballer who ever lived, walks out of a tunnel at Arrowhead Stadium, looks up at 76,416 screaming people, and begins the defense of his World Cup title. And this is the stadium he walks into, the loudest stadium on Earth, officially, scientifically. According to the Guinness World Records, the loudest outdoor sporting venue ever measured in human history, 142.2 decibels. A number so extreme, it stops being a sound and becomes a physical force. A number you do not hear with your ears, you feel it. In your chest, in your bones, in the teeth at the back of your jaw, in the air that presses against you the moment 76,000 people decide to make noise at exactly the same time. Tonight, Messi's Argentina face Algeria at this ground, the defending World Cup champions, the greatest player of all time, and the loudest stadium the sport has ever placed him in. Today, we go inside it. And we tell you exactly what this building is, what it means, and why tonight, of all the nights in this entire World Cup, belongs to Kansas City. Arrowhead Stadium opened in 1972. Built at a cost of $43 million in the Truman Sports Complex on the eastern edge of Kansas City, Missouri, home of the Kansas City Chiefs since day one. 54 years old, no roof, no dome, open to the Missouri sky in every direction, and louder, provably, measurably, officially louder than any stadium with a roof, any stadium with a dome, any enclosed venue in any sport anywhere on this earth. The absence of a roof is not a weakness here, it is the weapon. Sound inside a dome bounces off walls and ceilings and diffuses. Sound at Arrowhead builds from 76,000 people simultaneously, raw and unfiltered, rising into the open air and then folding back down onto the pitch like a pressure wave with nowhere else to travel. Players who have experienced it describe something beyond noise, something physical, something that changes how you think and how your body moves. The record was set on September 29, 2014, a regular season Kansas City Chiefs home game against the New England Patriots. The crowd generated 142.2 decibels, shattering the stadium's own previous Guinness World Record of 137.5 decibels set just 1 year earlier in 2013. Two world records, same stadium, back-to-back years. No other venue on earth has done that, no other crowd has come close. And tonight, that same building hosts the defending World Cup champions in front of a global television audience of hundreds of millions of people watching from every corner of the planet. For the World Cup, Arrowhead has been completely transformed. FIFA renamed it Kansas City Stadium for the duration of the tournament. The Arrowhead name and GEHA field branding disappear entirely while the World Cup lives here. A brand new hybrid pitch installed to FIFA's exact specifications, natural grass reinforced with synthetic fibers woven into the surface, the same technology used by the elite clubs of Europe. New commercial infrastructure throughout the entire building, fully updated broadcast facilities, new entrances and hospitality zones rebuilt to international standards. The iconic red and gold seats of the Kansas City Chiefs remain exactly as they are. FIFA can change the surface of this stadium, but nobody changes its soul. 6 matches total at this venue during World Cup 2026, 4 group stage games, a round of 32 on July 3rd, and a quarter-final on July 11th, one of only 4 quarter-finals staged anywhere across 16 venues in 3 countries. Kansas City does not simply get World Cup football, it gets some of the most consequential football this entire tournament will produce, and it starts tonight, Argentina versus Algeria. Group J, June 16, 2026, the first match of Messi's last World Cup, the opening defense of their title, and the loudest stadium on earth as witness. Lionel Messi turns 39 during this tournament. He has played more World Cup matches than any player in history, 26 appearances across 5 tournaments. He is the only player alive to have scored in every single round of the World Cup. Group stage, round of 16, quarter-final, semi-final and final. In Qatar 2022, he carried Argentina to glory. 7 goals, 1 assist in the final, 1 penalty shootout saved by Emi Martinez. And finally, at 35 years old, the trophy he had chased for 20 years raised above his head in Lusail, he wept. The football world wept with him. And then quietly, he kept going. He is here tonight, in Kansas City, at the loudest stadium on earth, attempting something that only one manager in World Cup history has ever achieved, back-to-back titles. Vittorio Pozzo did it with Italy in 1934 and 1938. Nobody since. Not Brazil, not Germany, not France. Lionel Scaloni's Argentina want to become the second team in 88 years to defend the World Cup. Tonight is where that journey begins. Algeria are not a walkover. Riyad Mahrez, Premier League winner, Champions League winner, leads their attack. Mohamed Amoura of VfL Wolfsburg scored 10 goals in World Cup qualifying. Algeria are back at this tournament for the first time in 12 years, hungry and dangerous. Arrowhead, with no home crowd to favour either nation, will split its noise by flag and passport. Argentina in blue and white on one side, Algeria in green on the other. The building will be divided and electric and unlike anything either squad has experienced in their careers. Argentina chose Kansas City as their base camp for this entire World Cup. Messi trains daily at the Compass Minerals National Performance Center, the same facility used by MLS side Sporting Kansas City, just miles from this stadium. He knows these streets. He knows this ground. He knows what is at stake. This building has held 142 decibels. It has held Super Bowls and WrestleManias and Taylor Swift and the greatest crowds American sport has ever generated. But it has never, not once in 54 years, held a moment quite like tonight. Messi, Argentina, the World Cup, the loudest stadium on earth, one last dance, the biggest stage. Tonight, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. See you next week.